Mercedes-AMG Interview Lounge.
You know, one of the things I hate about Alessia Cara.
What a welcome. That's a way to start a welcome. Strong entrance.
Okay, let me rephrase. One of the things I'm jealous about, Alessia Cara, and I know it's taken years of work and it takes hours of warming up and training and listening to yourself. She came in here today and performed 2 songs so beautifully and effortlessly, it seemed like to us.
Oh my God. It was not beautifully. I was so nervous and flustered. It was like, I mean, you could hear my breath shaking as I was singing.
I couldn't.
I was just really flustered. It was emotional. So
Do you think
tried.
maybe it's that what you call being flustered is that energy that actually propels you into this great sphere of sound? And
I hope so. I hope it makes it better.
It sounded awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
So you did a song for Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. Why did you choose that particular song? What was it about that song that just kind of hit you?
Man, well, I mean, I love John Mayer, first of all, but I think, that song has a really, important and, I don't know, I guess kind of, I want to say positive, like, outlook on the idea of life. Because, sometimes so many things happen to us, or one big thing happens to us, and we, look at life in a negative way, and we think, man, like, why is life this way, or why does life do things to us? And I think it's important to remember the fact, or at least consider the fact, that the heart of life, or the life has good intentions, and the heart of it is good. And when you have your circle of friends, and when you have the people around you that you love, and you remember to not take the good things for granted, then you realize, the heart of it all is good, and that always wins in the end. So I thought it was a really good message for today and every day.
And then she just spouts something off like that.
Right.
Without thinking about it. It's just, obviously, it's coming from a good place.
Yeah. Gross.
You're fabulous.
Gross.
Yeah, gross. That was just beautifully said. Thank you very much. Now, let's go back to Out of Love.
Yeah.
Now, I know those lyrics, I mean, when I first heard that song, I was like, because I think a lot of us have been there. It's like you want to look at someone you really, really love, and you've invested time and heart's real estate into them, and they don't want to be with you anymore. They don't see you in the same light. And so you want to look at them and say, at what point was it you fell out of love with me? When did that happen? Now, as I understand it, you actually didn't write this from a personal story, but from a friend's situation.
Oh, I was going to say, whose butt do we have to kick?
By the way,
nobody's butt.
Whoever breaks your heart will kick their ass.
Yes.
Thank you.
So this happened to a friend of yours, and obviously you were so moved by the story that you wrote this beautiful song.
Yeah. It did happen to a good friend of mine who's not a songwriter or anything. So he didn't, I guess, quite know how to express that sentiment. And so he actually asked me if I could write the song. But he said, just one day, if you get the chance, if you can. But I ended up writing it like shortly after, just because it kind of got stuck in my head. I think that sentiment and that idea of like, when did this happen is not really talked about in songs. It's usually like why or how, but we never really ask like, what was the one moment? And I don't know if we want the answer to that always, but I think it's an interesting question. You ask it anyway, yeah.
So I must make an assumption. If I'm going to be Alessia Cara, and I'm not through my point of view, but from a friend's point of view, sing this song, asking like, when was it you fell out of love with me? I would stop and go, wait a minute. I don't want to fall in love. I don't want to experience that.
Yeah, I know, right.
I mean, love is such a beautiful thing. At the same time, it's the most heart-wrenching. It'll rip your heart out.
I know. It's tough, but I think it's worth it anyway.
You do?
Yeah, because then it means that you're capable of feeling something that strongly. I'd rather feel that and feel so many things than feel nothing at all. I think that's a pretty sad life to live if you're not, able to give so much of yourself to another person. You got to open up.
Hey, next time I'm in the dumps, I'm going to call you up.
Yeah.
You have a way of making me feel great. Froggy is in our South Florida studio. You see his head.
Oh,
right
hi.
Hey, Froggy.
How are you?
Hey, I'm good. You're the first person I have ever heard say that, and I believe that you really believe the old saying, better to have loved and lost than never have loved at all. I've always said that nobody really feels that way, but you just sold me that you really do feel like that.
Of course. Yeah. I think it's so important to like get your heart broken at least once, because you learn so much. Like I really have learned so much just through, like a relationship or relationships that have ended, and you just grow from it. It sucks in the moment, but you really learn how to, care for yourself.
It's funny how something you think you'll never get over, you look back on it and say, you know what, that was really a blessing that it didn't work out, and I found better because of it.
Yeah, because
exactly.
you'll never
and then you know
find
what you
that
want.
person. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. And then you don't know what you want until you've had what you don't need or what you what's not good for you.
And then like a year later, you're like, he was such an a-hole.
Right. That's right.
I never really liked him.
What did I see in him anyway?
I didn't like him anyway.
Did your friend ever get an answer to the question?
Yeah, when did you fall out of love with me?
I don't know if he got the answer, but they did get back together.
To it.
They got back together.
They did get back together though.
Oh.
Yes, I don't know if it was.
Song?
Yes, I don't know if it was because of the song, but I'm going to say it was because it sounds really nice. So stream the song if you want to fall back in love. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Did the friend's significant other know that song was about them?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, he played it for her, and he was like, "This is for you.
You better be in that wedding."
Oh my gosh, how?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Think about what you feel like knowing that somebody had somebody write a song like that for you. Like what? Like if I was her, I would be like, I have to marry you now. Like,
yeah, it's pretty romantic. How can you not?
Like,
you have to get back together now.
Who else did you tell?
Right. That can only go one of two ways: either really well or like, okay, creep, get away from me.
Yeah, that
recruiting
as well.
Alessia Cara is a little much.
So Alessia, okay, so I'm not asking because I never ever want to nose into people's personal lives, but from a songwriter's point of view, do you feel like you've ever had your heart crushed?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I mean, can you have your heart crushed and that day just run home and write a song? Or I mean, is it that easy? Is it that easy to go? I better write it now before I feel better about this. I mean,
you know what? For me, yeah, because like when I'm really sad or really like anxious or confused, I like need to get it out some way. And of course, if it's in like from a heartbreak point of view, you can't like say it to the person because. Or sometimes you can, but sometimes you don't want to. So for me, that's the way that I get it out, because if I bottle it up, I'll just go nuts and I won't be able to sleep. And so I've written songs like fresh the second something has happened. I haven't released them because they're always usually really, really sad, but maybe the next album. But yeah.
Coming up, Alessia Cara, the sad album.
Right, super sad.
You thought this was sad. Hold on.
No, it's going to go deeper. Well, so when you write, do you physically write with a pen or a pencil, or are you do it on your phone or on a laptop? How do you write?
I guess it depends. I have paper, lyrics. I have like a bunch on my phone, a bunch on my laptop, whatever I have on me at the time.
Because I'm curious to see a writer writing a song when you have that anxious moment or you have that happy moment and you've got to write it immediately, how excited you were at the time you're writing it because your pen goes through the paper, you start ripping it and wow, I must have really been into that moment because I can't read the words, I rip the paper.
It's not as fun with the phone because it's just like
right.
It's not very passionate. It's not a passionate sound.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look. Okay, so Love Me Tender.
Yes.
We're getting into that a few moments ago. Love Me Tender, one of my favorite Elvis Presley songs of all time. I know coming up on NBC very soon, there's a special.
The 17th, I believe.
And I know our buddy Shawn Mendes is doing, this is all in tribute to
That's
Elvis.
Sunday, right? The 17th? Yeah.
I believe so, I think.
All in tribute to Elvis Presley. Hold on, where did it go, Garrett? I look up his text. Of course, Alessia Cara, Shawn Mendes, and Keith Urban, Post Malone.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I heard his thing. It's really cool.
What's
his
he
performance. I don't know if I'm allowed to say. Am I allowed to say?
Yes, he does.
Wait,
with
what
Keith
actually
Urban.
is he doing? Hold on. Is he doing Hound Dog? No, he's not doing Hound Dog.
Baby, What You Want Me to Do?
Who's doing Teddy Bear?
I don't know.
Somebody asked her.
I know somebody has to.
Am I ruining it for everyone?
Who did Hound Dog? Someone did Hound
Spoiler
Dog.
alert.
I can't remember.
All right, where's Hound Dog? Jailhouse Rock is John Fogerty. Just letting you know.
Sweet.
Kelsey Ballerini's on there. Ed Sheeran, our buddy Ed. Jennifer Lopez is doing Heartbreak Hotel.
It's going to be awesome.
Okay, so this is one of these. Am I giving away too much information?
No.
That's out there.
I think it's in the. I think it's in the little blurb.
Adam Lambert does Blue Suede Shoes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I saw a piece of that too. Very good.
Yeah, but Post Malone also did a big hits medley. That's All Right, Don't Be Cruel, Blue Suede Shoes.
Wow.
Oh, so maybe that's why I thought he sounded really good though. It's really cool.
So all of you artists, is it a live audience thing or?
This one isn't. I did an Aretha tribute that's coming out soon. I did the Elton John one, which is a live audience. Terrifying, by the way. But this one was thankfully just the people that work there, which is actually a lot of people in the room. Still scary, but it wasn't like a live audience or anything. So.
Can you imagine being a superstar like an Elvis Presley or an Aretha Franklin, and maybe you're coming to the end of your life, and you know that your days are numbered, and you hear they're planning a concert. And you're thinking, I'd really love to go. Well, we don't think you're going to make it.
Oh no!
But it's going to be awesome. That's why. Do you ever watch, Alessia? Do you ever watch those Kennedy Center honors tributes? They did it this year, and they honored Cher.
Yeah.
And so Lambert. Adam Lambert got up and did a Cher song that was the most beautiful thing I've ever heard in my life.
Whoa.
You should hear his version.
Is it is it online or something?
It has to be. Kennedy Center Honors. Anyway.
What did they honor Cher for? Like her 5th time of retiring?
Have you ever seen
her
Cher?
amazing tweets? Because she's hilarious.
Her tweets are fabulous.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Cher in concert?
No.
She's been having a going out of business sale for like 10 years now.
That's what I'm saying.
And
She's always going out of business.
I've seen
Going
her
away
World
tour,
Tour Part
like
12.
the last tour.
Alessia, do you still get charged up when they say Alessia Cara and you walk out on a stage and the fans are there for you?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I just did now too. Like I'm never not nervous and I'm never not excited. I think that's a good thing though, because if I was like, meh, then I shouldn't be doing this job. It's so cool, especially when there are fans there. Like seeing them sing the words that were in your head at one point, is the trippiest, coolest thing.
That's got to be especially interesting if you're in a country where English is not their first language.
Right. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Like when I was in Japan and I did a show in Tokyo and they were just singing my lyrics. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Were you ever wondering, like, I wonder if they know what I'm saying?
I know. I'm sure they do. I feel like lots of people know kind of. I mean, nowadays, I feel like lots of people speak English. I wish I spoke Japanese, though. I only know a couple things.
Like what?
I could say arigatou gozaimasu. I could say hajimemashite. Watashi wa Alessia desu.
What'd you just tell us?
I think I said, well, first of all, I said, thank you very much. And I said, nice to meet you. How are you? I think. And then I said, my name is Alessia.
Oh. Now, what if you really said, I think you look like a pig?
Yeah, you will never know.
They sound alike, but they're not
You'll
alike.
never know.
So, look, if you're listening to us in Canada today, I guess you can. Alessia, out on the home roads, you're going to be touring in Canada this spring, doing 12 cities there. Mm-hmm. What about down below that border? I mean, we haven't built a wall there. You can drive right across.
I hope never.
Are you going to do any touring here in the U.S. anytime soon?
I am, yes. I can't say too much yet, but you're going to be seeing a lot of me this year.
Oh.
Fully clothed.
Probably too much of me. I mean, not a lot of my body. You don't want to see that, trust me. You will see a lot of me this year.
Well, look, congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
We always love it when you're here. Your energy is it just brings us up. And today is a very, 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 very sensitive and special day. Mm-hmm. Of course, as we mark the 1-year anniversary of the tragic story that broke out of Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. It was 1 year ago today. And we decided to salute teachers. And so there's an incredible website called donorschoose.org. We're sending all of our listeners to it. Teachers who cannot get funding for the projects they need for their students, they can't get funding from the budgets, low budgets in school systems. They put their projects online on Donors Choose, and you can actually donate to these projects, and you can help these students and these teachers all across the country.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Is there a teacher you remember growing up with that truly was a spark plug for you? Or did you have all bad teachers?
No, I had actually lots of great teachers. My drama teacher in high school, or all throughout high school, was actually one of the first people to kind of like force me to get on stage because she knew that I loved to do it, but she also knew I was very shy.
Right.
So she was one of the first people to like make me do the talent shows because she was like the head of the talent shows. So she would like make me perform and push me to sing and tell me that I was good and really just encourage me. So I owe a lot to her.
So in your name, in the name of Alessia Cara, hey, Andrew, come here, Andrew. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew.
Andrew.
Would you go online and find a drama teacher who needs funding?
Aww.
Yeah.
And we would like, in the name of Alessia Cara, hallelujah. we would like to close out their project, okay?
Oh my gosh.
I'll go look for it now.
And
Thank you. That's amazing.
And then we'll send you a bill.
No.
No, please. Please do. I would love to.
All right, get the highest, most expensive one you can find.
Yes.
So thank you so much for coming in today. Your music is always just fantastic, but speaking to you is even more fantasticer.
Yes.
There's an English word for you.
That's a word.
Thank you guys so much again.
Of course,
for
Out of
having me.
Love, the latest single, Grammy Award-winning artist, and our dear friend Alessia Cara. Thank you so much.
Thank you.